Hello then folks, welcome and welcome back. This is Gnomes, and today we're gonna make something slightly different than yesterday. Yesterday I attempted some 2D, 3D animatic, and it ended up becoming a 3D animation layout process, because in 3D it's too difficult to make, to be creative, I think, at least on my experience. Like this, everything is too slow, too difficult to achieve in the 3D space. It's too rigid, so it's not flowing enough, wastes too much time, and so let's go for the old school tradition of drawing, because then even though we can implement some better understanding of space regarding the shots, right? More directive view, which is not very likely to occur. It's very difficult to occur when you have already a 3D made space. They are interactive, interactive. Okay, they are interactive between themselves, of course. But the main idea is that the pencil soft, yeah, I have to make a drawing brush here. The main idea is that at least for me, I think that it doesn't work to keep going on some sort of attempt of doing everything in 3D. Maybe at some point I can start to combine 2D and 3D for the in Blender for the an animatic, right? And here I'm gonna use grease pencil. So we have a new character, right? I have a new character here, so that this will be magical fantasy or magic fantasy, whatever, medieval fantasy anyways, but it doesn't matter, just a name. So here, this brush is probably not gonna be very good. I'm just gonna check what are the amount of dots here. Yeah, because I'm concerned about that, because this thing will sluggerish my process. So this is a problem with sketching in Blender. I hope they're gonna fix it, but here we got a better. Okay, but then it's all, you see, it's not good, right? So we need to find it's not only about a brush, there might be a setting that will do that, right? So of course I could draw with that actually. It's something like that, like some brush that, but I feel like this will be too bold into the sketching of in the distancing, right? The grayscale thing is probably better. So instead, okay, we're gonna get so maybe I should customize some brush. I had one but I've lost it, so let's make a, how do you add a brush in this new system here? Can't we add a brush? Let's see, tools. I'll play the soundtrack that I'm gonna be using. Pushed up close. This, if you've seen the video description, it's a site that I don't have here, but you consider that we can download. If you pay, we have free access to everything, infinite download, something like that, depending. But with the free account, it is possible to download a few per day, per month. So it's very limited, but it's actually, for certain projects it should be sufficient, like probably for mine for now. And there are also not only soundtrack, there's not everything of course that we can dream of, but there's some variety. With some effort it is possible to find something like that, right? So this soundtrack just got 1.5 minutes, so it's cinematic soundtrack for suspense stuff, right? And I think this will be the beginning. So This brush seems to be reliable, but yeah, so sorry about this thing, but this is part of the... Okay, so apparently where do I add a... Okay, so I need to decide between this or this, so I think it will be... Okay, let's start. I like this one. String. We want less string. Then I need to expand this. Yeah, I want radius for this, and I want string to be, yeah, the color. Of course, I'm gonna use for this some... Yeah, it will be very useful to have some varied colors here for this, even though I would be using different layers. So now let's fix this. And so spacing, let's try to reduce this. It's not working, right? It's not spacing. It's something about this. Hardness, yeah, hardness is important, so usually I like something, I don't remember, but something like this. Then maybe a little more strange. It's a too bold difference between this and this. Very weird, very weird. Okay, then stroke, I think it would be so without it was the post-processing. Right, okay. Post-processing was causing major serious damage here. So we got here some no smoothing, right? Yeah, I don't need smoothing of the strokes. Iterations, no, let's leave it. Subdivisions, no. Simplify might be this, right? Yeah, so it is the simplify. It's a nice stroke, but it is like for the speed that I draw. If we add just a little simplify here, yeah, this is already very bad, right? So no, I don't want, unfortunately, the simplify. Trim stroke ends. If the spacing is low, good. Okay, so I can have a little more. I can afford a little more spacing, and then some simplify at. Okay, 0.1, let's see. It starts disrupting the stroke, right? So we need something like, let's reduce this. No, well, yeah, this is really strong. So maybe something about 10 times less. And then it has, yeah, too much. So this is very difficult, right, folks? But I'm almost getting. Okay, then we get 0.5 then, and still weird, right? So let's take off the simplify, and then we have this gigantic stroke that will have to use some sort of... Okay, after we got that, let's delete all that again. Then let's see, we augment the space so that I don't want to simplify anything. I will deal with this just by this kind of thing. Okay, something like that. And then we have this massive stroke. I think I'm gonna make a procedural modifier to this grease pencil material, which will be a simplify, exactly, but with a merge. And yeah, but this value needs to be... Yeah, this doesn't need to be counting from here, right? Okay, now with the soundtrack, because it's looping too much. So, of course, I'm gonna bring this soundtrack here into the visual sequencer editor, video sequencer editor. We need to place it somewhere. Okay, I need also to save this. Let's save here as a 2D animatic. Yeah, like this. Save. Then we're gonna make here... I'm tired of this setup, so I'm gonna try to do it differently here. So the video sequencer editor should be here, where it is. Shift F8. So I want to bring here Shift A. Maybe I want to collapse this. So I'm gonna... I just need one channel, one channel here. So strip, it will be a sound, and it will be music. Then it will be here. Slipstream is the name of the server. Then we have wait, there's another soundtrack that I could use. Let's... Impending Doom. This is a... I'm not... Maybe did I confuse them? Okay, and where it is now? I'm really in the bottom. No, I don't recognize it for yeah, this was a first idea, but okay. So shift music sound. So we got here, not this, it will be the pushed up close. Yeah, so, and here it's already with that feature. So now I just need to find the limit here. It will... I will try to use all of it, but this is for this. And let's push this, let's snap this to the beginning. There we go. I could get some markers here, but this is all just getting in the way, right? So unless I really find I'm getting lost in... Yeah, this actually... Maybe I can place it at the bottom indeed. So let's see, this is the Grease Spencer, right? Why would I need the timeline, right? I don't need the timeline. Can I hide this header? Oh yeah, good one. Haha. So that is, and this is not like lip syncs or other sound effects, so I probably don't need too much to be looking at those data, right? So just need to get used to these locations here. All right, so now this, what is this? It got in the wrong position, so let's place it here. Right now we are back to the origin. Let's get into summary. So here we have some keyframes. I don't know what it is, so I'm gonna try to delete. Well, oh yeah, also this I want to make sure this is small. Alright, so why this is cutting? This is not normal. Okay, so we have another problem here. This will not play in our favor here. Oh, it has a fill. No? Some sort of fill thing. It is getting... looks like something like that, right? And so I'm not gonna play with materials here, so I don't need material thing editors here. Two properties editor. One some people place here. I think that is a good idea. Sometimes here. So you get the stroke in one hand and material in another hand. So this is dot. No, there's just stroke, solid stroke. All right. So here apparently there's some. I don't know this feature. Let's see. Ah, trim strokes at the end. Okay, it's I did it myself. Okay. Yeah, this is and then randomize is like could be okay, but not. I think it's nothing. Yeah, and stabilize I think is hold shift. Let's see. Yes, hold shift. So very simple. So stabilizer is set. Now we can finally start out. So I'm gonna get some grayish color to start with. So yeah, so the character design finally. Sorry about the delay. So essentially don't need to be looking at this. How do I collapse this? I don't know the shortcut. Anyways, so what happened to the keyframes here? Oh, I need to select the material, right? So delete that. All right. So we can start roughing out the. So essentially, the idea will be this Tuka, which is this heroine character here. I'm gonna draw from the model sheet so that I have here, but you might have met her already. So I'm gonna. She's a heroine, sort of adventurous, maybe a knight, maybe. Let's play the soundtrack from here for. And I haven't decided too much, but it's a story like junk story, right? Just to exercise stuff, and maybe it can become something of interest in the future. But I like the character design, and so she is derived from another. Her name Tuka is actually just from a web comics that I did, Tuka's Trial, and it was just for fun. time ago and years ago, many years ago, and I've learned a lot about some process of storytelling for this kind of thing. So she might be maybe some descendant of that of Rebecca Tuka, I don't know, after years. So I haven't decided totally. Her weapon of choice might be a long sword or a short sword, not a gladius, but maybe a short sword like that, right? And so the proportion I'll still be having to train a little, but I think I know what is. So I didn't go very creative on the class. It's all mostly a reusing of some. Of course, in the process of the adventuring, she'll probably gather some better equipment and stuff like that, and I haven't decided yet her if she the other members maybe she make friends, or maybe there's a certain evil. Here's a bit bad, the resulting. Have to erase this. Something weird happening here about the position of the eye. Okay, because this is the it was just a marker for the eyeball and the okay, so here could say she might be an elf, but no, it's not an elf, it's like a gnome. This is actually different. And here for yeah, so actually Blender, when you get the right tools, it's actually very nice to draw. It's not a match to I want because of the lagginess and sometimes if you draw too much, but and some other things. It's not a match to Krita, for instance, but it's surprisingly very good. It is much better than what it were maybe a couple of years ago, or just 1 year ago, I don't know. Yeah, so here's a little advantage, but this is not cheating, right? But this is like new stuff, right? But I don't like this the idea. I'm old school, so the idea is have the best drawing at the sketch, right? Or draw directly. So here is Tuka, and I don't have the name, but not Tuka's trial, that will be for the old story adventure. So maybe Tuka's quest or Tuka's adventure. No, these adventures I've got from something else. So Tuka's quests, yeah, I'm not gonna bother yet a name. Not too much, at least. At some point I'll get the idea. So here you go. So got the and here, of course, this is there's no. Here is where we could get some. Yeah, this is not a very good condition to have some effect, because the angle is not very nice, right? I'll have to do something special, but we got the idea, right? Yes, so this is what I could I will be doing. So let's get here this keyframes to the beginning. Alright, what happened here? There's some crazy thing about the... There's onion skinning going on, right? So I'm not using this right now. Yeah, so just to see, it will be nice to have this somewhere, but just so the folks you can follow. So here we're gonna try to... Okay, let's put like this Tuka's quest. It will be better if I get a pallet immediately, right? Yeah, this is so annoying, but it's feasible. C, no, it's V. Let's get here. Getting used to this workflow, folks, that is very, very tough, but I'm very far from mastering here, but let's say from zero, after lots of trouble, I started to, of course, and improvements, of course, of the UI, the tools. All right, so and learning, yeah, not trial, quest. So and get this and place it here. We can get here, so I'm gonna just pick a screenshot here. Just you have a reference here. Where would I'd like to open this in some... Here, okay. And there are some full screen of this. Can Blender help somehow in an area? Okay, I'm just gonna... Alright, I think I can place it here, right? Alright, so we begin here with a new, and now my area is taken by... Alright, so where is all this thing? Okay, that's the soundtrack here. Oh, you're not seeing it. Sorry, folks. Here. I just would like to have a full view of that. Yeah, as you can see, it's all against usability, those softwares. Windows 11. Some things are acceptable, but it's just okay. So I'm gonna go back in grease pencil draw mode. It's recording here, the auto keying. So I'm gonna make one stroke here. There you go. I don't want the onion skinning, right? So I don't want to be looking at this, at least not now. And there would be a calculation for this onion skinning, which I don't know where it is, probably in the stroke tab. Alright, so I just need one. I don't need anything. And we can augment here. And let's stop for a moment the soundtrack here, because oops, I shouldn't have closed that. Alright, let's simplify. Oh, this is not the... This is... Sorry folks, this is not the... Okay, apparently there's a... Okay, this is what I need. Okay. And so here we can close this. And this I will try to... what is this? Get this to full screen. What is this? No, it's all F11. Yeah, but then... Yeah, so again, we're out of... might be possible this is even worse than the other. Alright, so we have this and now it's snapped on top. Okay, something like this. Let's check. Yes, but I need the... I should be getting the soundtrack again. Yeah, sleep stream, pushed up close, and that is it. Okay, so I'm just gonna stop here. Finally. Okay, let's begin. Let's begin with this animatic now. So essentially the idea here is that Tuka will start in... She's probably adventuring in a forest, probably going the direction of a dungeon, and this will start so that you see this is very little. Okay, and I have a little idea of how that can happen, but I know that it's like a prologue, or just not a prologue, just the first setting, right? So I must think of the production in 3D, like if there appears some creature, whatever asset or thing that appear, I'll have to model later on. So I need to be sort of economic. So what my idea that in my mind is some forest road in the forest. There would be some, yeah, not a jungle, more like yeah, unclear, maybe a magic forest, maybe something like a swamp thing, maybe forest swamp, something. And so she starts entering, or she's already inside, that she's walking, and then there will be the road, but she's not, she decides to leave the track of the road, and then maybe some creature starts appearing about here, but she hides in the bushes, Then the creatures, maybe it's one or two, they maybe some guards of some dungeon, imminent dungeon that is about to appear, and then they sniff something, like, but they can't realize the source, so they probably, maybe she's lucky, or maybe she was already ready for that. So she gets some found some bushes somewhere where there are some leaves with special properties that we shall use on her skin or cloth to maybe create some how to say, yeah, to camouflage the for the scent of some creatures. And then they probably will lose her her track, because they can't really the maximum they could get is where they found, but they were suspicious, so they start to, so here I haven't decided where they would go, or she will fight them or whatever. But for a while, let's say that they indicate the direction of the dungeon, because if some monsters are, or castle, I don't know. So if these the dungeon entrance, right, or maybe it's a village of creatures, something like that, right, in the swamp. So alright, so let's start drawing this beginning, right? A road in the forest. So can think of something that will be serpentine. Maybe we need something more than appealing, dangerous, like maybe we can make some hills, some descent, right? So it's like it's not enough, right? But it's already they're already in the woods here. Yeah, so about the trees, right? So this is something. So there'll be this tunneling, right, of trees. Yes, this sounds interesting. Okay, this sounds interesting. See, there's here we can get some rocks, maybe. At this point, I can play, right, the soundtrack. Without the timing, right? Here we. How do you keep switching this? Where is my? Okay, it's here. Not very practical, right? But here we go. Yeah. I don't like this color for the rocks. I want something like this. So here is simple. I just get this L and actually Shift G, vertex color, delete all that. So I've deleted this. I hate these panels. Okay, let's get. Yes, this is good for. So no need too much details here on the kind of. But anything that I do here can be interesting, right? So for composition, so this seems to be not very centralized. Let's do this. And also, what about this? Dipping down. Yes, this is a little more interesting, right? Is there a passepartout here? for this. No, but I can darken the canvas. No, not this. Yeah, great. So background. Ah, here. Okay. Oh yes, but that the white thing was the background, so it's nothing to be done here. So I'll just augment this and that will be it. Okay, let's ignore those. So it's all those things, right? It's pure pain, my opinion, but it's workable if we start to get more experience. Also, maybe I'll scale this up. Basically, when using Blender on this kind of stuff, doing hide the pain. This is not good tree. So here we will better be in the other direction. This will be, of course, very it will be nice to have different types of trees, and this one can be a big one on this. Also another tool for another brush for distance, right? That can help. So if I get this something fogged, like maybe I would like darker, right? But no, that can also work. So let's change here. That palette is so important, right? That okay, this and it is, yeah, so Tuka palette, right? Then yeah, now it's closer here. Can I hide those things? I don't think so. So, and there's no way to move this panel here. What is this? Don't know. Ah, sorting, right? Well, doesn't matter. So I just want to reinforce this one. And yeah, here there's a line, so can deploy some rocks here, larger amounts. Like a mountainous thing. Okay, so this is very chaotic place by nature, and here is where probably maybe I've made a mistake, but I'll try by making this brighter, right? So I have to find a way to, yeah, this somewhat helps, but I think I'll still need this color here. And certainly leaves, right, will help in getting the, yeah, so for the leaves we'll get something like I could use a different layer, right? But this will give the already the proper idea of what's going on here. Here we can, yeah, so other colors for leaves also would be important, but that will be more about, yeah, we don't need to do this here. It is like inbuilt that we got these variations, right? Okay, so then footsteps, I think, and as let's start to check here. Should I make some like hand or this first plan appearing? Maybe the camera starts moving alongside the character, and then we appear like in a Doom game. Some sword appearing. Oh, that's a crazy idea. Maybe that works fine. Just had this crazy idea here. Because cinematography, as anything else, you get creative, you can do some stuff. So let's see. If I start here, I really don't like this. So maybe I should. Can I hide this? Maybe I should put this in a different layer, right? So apparently we have this I don't want, so gonna get this. Yeah, so for example here, move to new layers, so this will be sketch. Alright, this we hide. Okay, no more importance here. We're gonna auto lock by set this up, auto lock in active layers. So work here. The sketch will be like in a collection, like right. This will be here. We don't need that. And now we start working. Yeah, I don't like how this appears, but okay, this is workable then. So I don't need. We can bring this on. Okay, this is one. Okay, I don't like to be snapping back, so what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna bring, gonna snap. It's locked, right? So I'm gonna snap this to 1, so I stop having that keyframe that is this is Alright, so yeah, snap this to keyframe 1, right? And without, okay, here don't want onion skin, here maybe we want, right? Maybe not. Okay, so here still can go to 0. Okay, let's snap everything to 1, selection to current frame. Yes, go. There we go. So, and I still can go to 1, but there is, it's really annoying me, but, and here we got just a duplicate, right? So if I just get here, okay, shift left, I should get the screencast keys. There we go. So here gonna go back, tools, there we go. Brush, no, this is fine. Let's pin this to the top, and now bring this here. This group is just making my life worse, right? So I'm just gonna delete, gonna hide and lock this. And here, okay, let's continue. Then I don't need now, what is this, layer opacity, don't care. Okay, so you need to find the next frame for this, or yeah, because of this idea. Okay, so entering footsteps, I might need a script for the sounds, right? So there could be some movements here and there, yeah, some automation. Okay, that's it. Okay, about here I want to add a new layer of, yeah, we got a new layer, and this will be for, let's say I need a new one for some important notes here. So this will be like how do you say, it could be something like, so this is notes, and what I want here is yeah, so I will decide this, right? Or maybe just what could appear, yeah, like a waving hand, like from the so something like the hand appears, well, hand appear like something like that, right? And then we, yeah, about a little more in advance. Yeah, there might be some oops. Yeah, so you see this is terrible, so Okay, now we can cut. Oh, there's the idea of camera movement, right? Alright, so instead let's get when the hear this noise in the sound that sounds creepy. So I'm gonna get this like no, not curve editor. I'm gonna get this one, the animatic. Yeah, yeah. Actually, this is like yeah, animatic, whatever. Then here I'm going to yeah here I'm gonna duplicate this. So how duplicate? uh, it doesn't duplicate and set to place. Okay, duplicate and snap. No, duplicate. What is going on? Okay, it is this one. Okay, duplicate and snap. There we go. Oh, it's badly positioned, so we need to bring this here. Okay, let's begin again. So the hand maybe just appears a little before. We need to snap from here. Okay, fair. Yes. So this will be like I cannot interpolate this garbage, right? So I need to get this t constant, and now I will get this already to why don't you go in the correct position? Okay, so there's some bug here, inconsistency. I got to oh yeah, no, this is messing, this is causing too much trouble because I can't control the other layers when I need, so this is not good. So I'm gonna can I hide this one? Never. And I cannot just delete the channel, it will delete the stroke, I guess. Anyways, doesn't do nothing. So okay, so here, because why it doesn't want to, do I need to do this? Only show selected there on the from the timeline. Yeah, now it's free. What do you have here? I have no idea what's going on here. Delete. Okay, re-snap, whatever. Okay, a little before here. Okay, so this is where I want finally. Here's where I want the camera. Actually, just this one. So I need to hide these notes. So make sure. Okay, get this, and we're going to do this, right? This will be the signifier that we are gonna get closer. So this is like a and we did some, okay, snap here. Okay, there we go. So, and now after that we can get another step, but I think I understand what this means. Okay, here you can cut, so to insert only selected channel. Yeah, so it does nothing. So blank keyframe, active layer, yes, active layer, and that's correct. Okay, now we are becoming friends. Let's see. Okay, so now the character enters. That means the her. So let's see which we can use to. Okay, why it is. So I can, yeah, so the idea, what is that? So I need to have her walking, right, in the road. So essentially, no, not this color. Let's make a profile view right here of the forest. We'll have the road about here. Now we have a more planar thing as well, maybe not, but let's do something like this. This is not the road, is like, no, this is not, this is confusing. So just get here, no, yeah, so this is the road. Then we can, it will be better if that has some better curving, right? Now I need the brush to be better. This is one thing that I don't know how to customize. Yeah, many shortcuts, fundamental shortcuts I'm missing. Now I don't remember which was the brush I was using. Probably it was this one, right? Let's see again. Was it, what is it? Pencil? Yeah, pencil, right. So here we could paint the road just to mark it better. Now this is too polluted, is not good. This brush is not working, and I don't know which brush is that. It's this one, erase harder. So we're gonna, why don't you have by default radius? Yeah, here. I suspect, no, it was this one indeed. It's behaving strange. Just me after all these issues. So here, yeah, so exactly I could, let's continue with this one and the perspective. So here we're gonna, the other part, so of the road can be, yeah, we can make lot of stuff here. uh, there's no tree, it's just here is a tree, so this is just a sort of a trench in the, no, not this. And we can, okay, I've just deleted accidentally clicking somewhere in the UI. This signaling of things fogged in a lighter colors, I'm not sure how long I'm gonna use this, because in this case it's not really helping. Doesn't seem to provide the result that I want. So here, let's get the, okay, this is a blue color, yeah, so here could have some this is too close to the right. Let's scale this down. Need more, yeah, let's make some dark. So I had a better vision here, so I'm not being able to, my vision was that it was larger, so perhaps the beginning of a dense, very dense forest, maybe this will contrast too much now if I do something like that, but yeah, that can work. Okay, so let's try to bring this more here, right? Can have, yeah, this would be nice, some accidented relief, like that makes sense. All right, then here is foreground, so here could be, let's get the soundtrack here. And our character, yes, so Tuka will be, of course, walking from here. The I should use a different color here to make this really different. So she's walking a little, not too fast but not too slow, so she needs to examine the she's not walking the road. It's like she's should be looking around. Towards the camera even. No, it's not good. Yeah, there's a double look, right? And also forward. She might stop for a moment. She didn't get her sword will be still in the yeah, right, so she doesn't got the sword in her hand yet. Alright, now let's see what does this correspond. So of course she's moving here. That means she has stopped here. Better spot for some visibility. So here is where she might have sensed some creatures. Okay, let's need to get here into the timing. So how much this is just the first. Oh, I forgot. So I wasn't paying attention. Hold on. Okay, now some layer disappeared. Okay. Ah, the layer is maintained. I should have blanked keyframe on all the layers. Okay, so and here, yeah, this one doesn't matter. So it's just the notes and the okay. Let's go back. Let's go back. She's appearing now. Okay. Okay, about here she might have spotted already. So here I'm gonna insert only two selected channels. Yes, that's it. Yes. So here close-up would be interesting to get in touch with the character. So so here we can get since yeah, so we already had a vision from, yeah, so maybe you can still look from the, maybe not too bold and go directly in her face, but like something more like here. Yeah, even a little less. So that means, and I want to have here this vision so we can still have some kind of grasp of what she's looking. So it's like we don't get exactly a front view or side view of her. It's like face, well, sort of, yeah, so maybe we can, yeah, something like a negative 3/4 view. Yeah, so it will be, so that means the character is still not presented like entirely. um, so I will need to express here in a specific way this emotion, since with the body, right? So her reaction, yeah, so maybe her hands in the guard of the weapon, that will be expressing some imminent danger. Yeah, so here that might be relevant to this is in the way. Okay, so can have some sort of let's replay the, yeah, where's the, here. This action is not that good, right? Let's get a little more tension here. Here is the problem, the weapon is in the other side of the shot. Maybe I should revert this, right? Let's see. Flip. Mirror. That is good. It's not exactly what I want, but I'm doing this so because of this. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, and her body here might be more inclined forward. Like here, I'm gonna. So this arm here will be more like I have a problem here. Yeah, I got the idea right. and here now the question is the direction of this. There is an option to stroke under. It won't help because there's no. Okay, so some now this is too in depth, right? So Shift G, let's try this. Nearly. Maybe I want to see a little more ahead and a little more. Yes, because I want to show this part here because it's her escape route. What is this for? It's a green. Oh, this is for leaves. Okay, so too close on more space here. But it doesn't show very much, right? So this we can have a branch here, a root getting into the so this is clearly the way down, right? So and there are other layering here of this. Ah, there's a scene where she would sense the listen to something, right? It could be here, right? But there's a mistake. She already stops. I need a close-up. Yeah, so I want to escape from this, but I still don't want to show her face directly, so more like her ear. So I'm gonna take the chance here to show still this in this angle, but it will be like let's see. Yeah, sorry, here I'm gonna close this one. It's and so about no, not this. Why do I have this? Yeah, so about here I'm gonna get the, let's see, she stops and okay, so maybe about here. So I need here to get into the animatic. Here we're gonna use her and this color, which no, this color here, and from this reference, from this angle more. So I'm gonna get a close up. Now we're gonna go radical, but still I want on the close up, but I want to get something like, now this is still would look like, yeah. So what I can do is do something, let's see which angle, not this, a lateral angle. Maybe something that will require some inclination, yeah. So look from below, yeah, yeah, contre-plongée thing, right? So to be something, so he'll be looking, yes, at her face to some extent, but the focus would be this gonna there'll be a lot of deformation for the camera, right? If I'm not wrong, her hair here goes like this. So I'll try to define very well the ear. Maybe use the hand to, yeah, I know the angle might look a bit weird, but that's the perspective deformation. That I'm creating, so all this won't really show. Yeah, about the expression, I could even use some cool trick of anime that targets the hand, like let's use a secondary color to complement this one. Like, no, this is not good. I barely see the difference, so something like this maybe. Then yes, this is better. D, now it's on front, so she can, I want to use her like an advanced technique for hearing more, secret gesture. trying to, like if it was some sort of magic. This thumb, I'm not sure, but it should play a role into this. I think that yes, this is good. This is not good, so here it needs something like good. So let's check. Yeah, so here we could have some how to do this. Trying to, it's like this hand will, this whole arm will come like in a sort of yeah, probably better to put this vision into a new keyframe here. Anywhere here would do. Notes, why you haven't added here? Adjust to active layer. Okay, so I don't want to be adding this. No, this is correct. This is confusing. I don't want to be looking at this once at the top. Yeah, so confusing. I just want the channels. Okay, so the technique is to get the, so I'm gonna copy all that. Actually, no, I'm gonna duplicate here the Animatic. So duplicate F, duplicate F. So isn't there a duplicate? No, I think there isn't. Otherwise there'll be a lot of tutorials about this, right folks? It's like in any software you can create, you don't need to do this garbage, right? Insert a duplicate. Oh. That exists, it's just that it is here. Duplicate active keyframe. This is super important. Why does have this? Why it's not default? Okay, so no, of course they thought about the essential, but it's weird, right? So have to that this is different than this. Never understand this, and this is I'm starting to get. So this is what I really want. This kind of stuff, right? Oh, hold on. Animation. No, this is just the title. Nothing to do with this. Okay, anyways, learning by suffering, of course. Okay, so the idea now that I have the duplicate will be to show you the trick. So I'm gonna get this this, yeah, of course, Shift G, vertex select. Oh, well, let me. Nah, unfortunately, I would like to make a highlight here, but nah. No, let's serve, right? Okay, that's might be interesting. Okay, folks, so here, grease pencil, I'm doing a 2D animatic thing, and there is some interesting tricks in grease pencil. I'm doing the same layer here as the animatic, where I'm just stacking the drawings, right? The in different palette here. So just add here from, I don't know, pick one here, and this is the tool panel on the sidebar. Then color, you pick a color, then you add here, make a palette here, add a new palette, don't know, save it here, the shield icon. Okay, here, so I can, oops, I can draw, move the arrow up and down to navigate in the keyframes, right? So essentially what I want to do is that I have a duplicate keyframe here for this animatic layer here, and this one, don't confuse with this stroke and summary, it's useless. These are the real ones, notes and animatic. So notes is like this thing, for instance, place in maybe something else, I don't know, doesn't matter. All could be on the same layer fundamentally, unless provide we are using different colors, because then what happens is that, for instance here, because I have this hand here drawn with so go on edit mode. Okay, must first be the object selection, then let's say I control tab draw mode 8, then I can tab into edit mode and draw mode. So this is super useful, because now you see the hand is this color here, the second orange darker color, and this is the lighter one, so which is the face, the head, and other elements. So I want to pick some vertex here, so select point, not vertex, point for grease pencil. Okay, this is part of the Shift G, which is a selection by similar, right? Select similar vertex color, and there we go. Now I have this one. What I'll do with that? Well, first I'm going to move this back, and I'm going to scale it and just bring it, yeah, I don't need to do that, but yeah, let's do this. So it's just the effect that I want. Like, I'm not sure if it will work, but I'm gonna keyframe here, insert only for the animatic, the duplicate active layer. No, hold on. No, this is not correct. So I moved it back accidentally, because okay, it's because I want to interpolate, so this is why. So we have it here, but I don't think this will interpolate, so I think I have to do manually. Now they are on constant, so let's see here, T, let's just for this frame here, T linear, Doesn't seem like it is working. So probably I would need a complete keyframe the of this, right? So this is why I need to go one step right before 293, right? So this one, and then insert duplicate. Okay, and so here I'm going to, yeah, promise. Let's lock this one. There's nothing there anyways. It's just a blank keyframe. So I'm gonna scale here and move this here, and so probably this, if I get this frame now, T linear, maybe I need to pick both of them. No, nothing happens. So Bezier, no. Maybe I need to full go on a duplicate here. Let's do this way, and okay, no, never mind. So T Bezier. Oh, maybe grease pencil don't interpolate. Okay, never mind. So this is I forgot what I really wanted, but I'm gonna cut this from the edition. Let's continue. So apparently it doesn't matter. I won't interpolate. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, I'll keep this, but I'll bring this right here. And there's some, no, it's just a stroke here that it doesn't matter. So I'm gonna get this hand here. Scale here, alright. Oops, what's happening? Okay, here. And also, because of the rest of the face here is different, I'm gonna select this, for instance, Shift G, vertex, also this one. Okay, it's the only colors I have here. I'm going to scale this down, and was that the idea? Yes, so the timing won't be the same, but I'll figure this out later. And this is just a signifier that, yeah, to break the animation here will be a little more difficult, right? So this is sort of anime technique, right? So actually, no, let's get the animatic here. I'm gonna insert, no, it's here on the 3D viewport editor, duplicate active, yes. So probably I made a mistake here. To signal properly, okay, this is, I need to scale more the head, and this I can delete for now. Yeah, I'm gonna delete this. Good, so I'm gonna bring it here. Let's duplicate, Shift D, bring this here. So what I'm gonna do here is that I can select Shift G this, Shift G this, okay. I'm gonna scale this up. Oops, not object mode. Yeah, so I've scaled a lot her face, which will cause problems, so I'm gonna maintain it there. After I scale the face, yeah, I'm gonna delete this again. Sorry, it's a mess. Yeah, this highlight is doomed. Sorry, folks. It's too much struggle here, but I know what I'm doing. So it's just too hard. So yeah, first zoom the face and then the problem is that I've changed. Yeah, so I have to redraw. Oh, this was the final shot, right? So I'm gonna trash this one. Okay, and from here we're gonna bring... Yeah, so it's like now I need the hand to be there. I see more or less where it is, so it's just now... Okay, now I can do the highlight. Try again. It's just a... Yes, 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 yes. Good, 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 good. So we... it just needs some concentration. Alright, folks, so here I'm trying to do a... I'm doing a 2D animatic in Blender with grease pencil and struggling with some stuff. So here, for instance, I have this character, Tuka, she's an adventurer walking in a forest, and there's some suspense here. So basically she walks in, then she looks around, and sorry, I'm going fast here, but this is what I want to show, is just some tips here on how to develop this kind of action. So basically some quick workflows we got here. I want an effect here. So this is the final moment of this shot, is that she's listening with her ear in a very distorted close-up, right, from below, contre-plongé. And so here then she puts her arm on her guard, right, from this inverted shot, right. But then here's the trick. Turns out that I want to make some camera motion here, or fake some tricky thing that used to be done on 2D traditional animation, or anime do a lot, I think. So basically is that I'm gonna zoom the face here. So I've separated the hand, moved it. You see that there are different colors, and so this is because I'm using the vertex color attribute here, paint color attribute, and then I have this different palette here to save the different name. This is the tool in the sidebar region, and then we have on the not object mode for the grease pencil, but the draw mode 8. And so here this is color attribute, so I can pick any color here, for instance, and add, for example, here on the color palette. So here then I can reorganize those things by doing here. So this hand is drawn with this one, and this is for the face, and this is for well, just a marker. Then what happens is that they are all in the same animatic layer, usually these ones, so I can overlap them even within the same layer, because I can, for instance, on edit mode, I can select in the point selection mode, select mode point, I can pick, for example, this one, Shift G, which is select similar, right, vertex color. So Shift G, vertex color. Then same for any vertex here, Shift G, vertex color. Then I can, for instance, if I'm on a keyframe here, I can just pick that, even though this hand is on the same layer. So what I'm gonna do here is to hold on, let's go on draw mode. I think I've created, yeah, duplicate here, doesn't matter. All these keyframes, they are in T, they are constant here, because I think grease pencil don't interpolate, I'm not sure, but I'm not needing this. Here I'd like to use, but I don't know. So maybe there's a way, but I wasn't able with this keyframe. So anyways, even they are duplicate, even though they are duplicates. So here what I did is that in this frame I picked the, yeah, I started with that, then I picked this one when a duplicate keyframe, and then I scaled it down. But let's do this for a different process here. So, oops, sorry folks, I'm going too fast, and even for myself. So here, let's see. Okay, the face scales up, and then what I want is that in this frame that the face is scaled up, that duplicate of here, I want this hand to now navigate like so I'm gonna select one key here and Shift G vertex color. Okay, now I'm on this thing here, right? And I can move this like about here. And so because this is an animatic, I don't need to interpolate or make some in between, but this is for understanding clearly, more clearly what I want here. Oops. Okay, then now I've just had this to start with, then the face zooms, then the hand moves like in a, like if it was a drawing, like moving, so with some camera effects, right? I've tried to figure out how to do this later, and then we end up in this one, which is like you see on this shot, the head was not so much zoomed, so I'm just gonna duplicate this, select on, go on this one and select this one, and F here, which is snap to current frame, and now they overlap. Okay, so now this is completed. I have this one, then this, which indicates that the zoom of the face, and then the hand appears. So the hand here might not even appear, to be fair, so I could probably, the problem is that I don't know if I can change them at the same, but we can try to do something like that. And then for here, yeah, so this, I don't know how to do this by frame, but this will be annoying, this motion, right? So anyway, so you see there's a lot of questions, but in principle, as this is learnable. And so this was a quick tips on how we can work this in the grease pencil, just an example of some things that we can be facing, right? Okay, on occasions. All right, now let's see, where are we here? So okay, got this, and I want to try to fix this. So I believe if I duplicate, yeah, copy, yeah, so I'm gonna delete this. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. I can copy a keyframe inside another. Yeah, so let's make the highlight just a correction of the previous one. So yes, basically because they are in the same layer, but their keyframes are different. So I think I can just, to prevent this thing, is just maybe I want, let's select this one to delete. So Shift G vertex color, let's delete all this, and now Shift G, select this one, Shift how do I, yes, this is the thing that I don't understand. Control C, Control V. All right, so this is the process. There we go. Now it is matching. Yeah, so if I want just to play here what I'm doing, so this is where's the grease pencil here, the timeline. So just ah, this is too fast, but let's see. Yeah, it's a bit too fast, so maybe I need to, also because the movement are not smooth, right, it requires, so maybe I can scale here a little. It'll destroy a bit of the timing, but that can, Yes, that is better. Okay, let's replay again. So someone approaches first person view, then a hand waves or indicates, then she walks in, then stops and looks around, in this upper strategic position, sense some presence, and then is ready to do something, but okay, and that's suspensing stuff. All right, so this is the stop the highlight. Yes, so here, what's next? Okay, so yeah, it's already reached the time, so I think this is actually funny. Long time I didn't do any 2D animatic, and essentially we've got how much time of animation here of animatic? Just miserable 13 seconds, but you see there's a lot of depth in the things happening. So with some struggle with the things, we can achieve good stuff. So this soundtrack has got like 1 minute and 30, so it's very short cinematic soundtrack. Let's see if I can imagine more. So here will be on my head, so you can try to conceive in your own as an imaginative exercise. Oh, she gives up of dragging her sword, yes, and she'll look for the side on the same shot, and then she will so I can do this right now by numpad 0 by selecting, yeah, first let's insert all layers, except I don't want for this sketch will always be on my oops here. Alright, I really would like to mute this. Let's say insert. Ah, it was mute, but where is the mute? Sequencer mute strip. Ah, no, I've just muted the soundtrack, so alright, so wait, something horrible happened. Okay, alright, so we are back to normal. So I'm going to save here, probably save a iteration here. Backup, right? So I want to probably duplicate these ones. You know what? This sketch, I can actually bring it to yeah, like separate. Yeah, I need to go into this one and P by, yeah, selection. Alright, so now this is different. So this is sketch, and this is animatic. This we're gonna change this for layer 1, and so here we can delete this, and this I can just I had this thing not being default. Okay, so we hide. Yeah, I need the camera, so I need to hide this, make it unselectable, and just this one, and okay, go back here. So now this will stop being on the way. Much better, right? So here we're gonna this is a blank keyframes? No. So I'm gonna delete this. So we got this. I'm gonna duplicate, and I'm gonna pick this whole thing and delete. So I'm gonna have to redraw here. Of course I would use the I could edit that one, right? It will be better, right? So at least I have a duplicate now, right? So let's see. Yeah, about here. So she's gonna give up on this idea. The problem is that I think I cannot lock the others layer, so this is a little limitation. I'll have to yeah, so the whole pose will change. Yeah, but okay, this is not an animation yet, so I can, it's not even layout, so I can just simplify, right? So a more relaxed hand here. And gesture. So yeah, so here is really a little tricky to select the proper, right? Oh, I have an idea. So vertex select. No, there we go. Then gonna try to unselect here and try to rotate here, just move up. Yeah, this can help, right? And also you're gonna yeah, here the sword don't need to be like that, and can try to redraw some of this. She'll be still thinking what to do. So here I don't know what to do with this hand. Let's see where it was before. We don't need these markers here. Yeah, so I think alright, this, yeah. Okay, it's not that. I'll try this. Okay, this works sort of, and but she'll be looking at the side here. So here, gotta change entirely this. Signifying that vision is not easy from this angle, so because you don't see her face, so, and the ponytail is in front, right? So but it should be feasible. Yes. It is not the best angle to give this understanding, of course, but I think that I need to, maybe she can look. Yeah, I need to make sure that she got to look there. Yeah, her head will turn, so this will should be, and if I give some direction here of some point of interest, yeah, but now it's, yeah, value this. I need to value more this point here, since here, right? Control C, control, well, Shift G vertex, Control C and Control V. There we go. Yes, yes. So essentially, a bit too long, this part. Okay, this is good timing. So about here, insert here in the viewport, blank keyframe all. There we go. And so from here, that means that what was my idea then? Ah, there's still something broken here. Wait, there are two equal? Yeah, there's a mistake here. Oh, hold on, there is again this Shift G, Control C, Control V. There we go. Alright, then the blank keyframe, let's see. Okay, and then I have to reflect more. Now I'm yeah, so I need to, yes, probably here we could for some creatures which I haven't decided what they would be. I don't want to do something cliche like repetitive like orcs, goblins, lizard folk, I don't know which, some mutant creatures, new creatures, I don't know, whatever things, the kobolds or something different maybe, doesn't matter. So we got special races, maybe of species of creatures, and then so at this point we cut, I would cut to these creatures arriving, and far from the road. They seem to smell something. Then we see her face, Tuka's face, watching from a certain distance, but also trying to get in a better position, or just staring, right? They seem to want to continue or separate themselves, or each one of them goes on one direction maybe, and then she has to move, right? But then she finds out in the way the plants that could help, the leaves that, and then she sort of crushes these leaves to deploy some of the thing on her skin, so, and then she can stealth away. Yes, yeah, because she gained some distance, right? So about here I think we could have this this point. So yeah, I could just take notes here, but that will be too long. I think I have the idea in my mind, but no, it was a good idea to actually creatures arrive, right? It's just creatures arrive from, I think 3 creatures arrive from 3 3, want to too much for animation, maybe, yeah, 2 at least, yeah. Distance, then this cuts what she would do, right? And then they sense. It's and they stop. And at this point, oops, not this, insert blank keyframe all layers. Tuka is hiding in a fairly distance gain brush, because she's an agile creature, right? So, and she decided to stop because of the noise she thought that could be. So close up face staring, observing, serious, and silent, right? But this I know, right? But about here we could say that the creatures decide to investigate. I don't know how exactly right now, but whichever case, I know what will happen. uh, Oops, there's a mistake here. Okay. Let's fix this. Okay. Okay, about here we can say that all layers. Okay, I always get confused. So here, well, it is not. There's a bug here. Something is not working. Insert. I was duplicating. Okay, this is why I say this thing is not very user friendly. Just slightly behind. Here we can bring this creatures take action to investigate. And alright, so we got this snap here. F for me. So that means that she has to do something unless she wants to battle them, which is not exactly the case. So here we could say that insert Tuka stealths away. So there is danger of course, because she could probably beat them, but why kill just for experience points or something? Maybe she doesn't want to kill them. She doesn't. They are not essentially evil monsters. It's just that, but she had to leave the road, right? The path in the woods, right? So that the forest. So this is important, right? They forced her to vanish, because who knows what would happen. So stealth. So I don't even know if this expression exists in English. Doesn't. I don't care. I do understand what that would mean. Stealths away. So she cautiously. Yeah, well, stealthing is already cautious, right? And but and like a pro, like she's fast and agile, like a ranger, like, let's say. I haven't decided her class or her exactly what is her skills, but or what could be her companions or whatever. But this will be developing in as this progresses. So, and then she stops as she finds a tree or a brush. This made me lose my... Let's see. About here. Insert blank frame. Until she... She notices, yeah, so perception skills, notice and knowledge of the environment, right? So notice couple brushes with special leaves. Tuka stops by. Here I would like to, because I don't I'm using this soundtrack, right? I'm doing this based on the soundtrack because I don't have a I can't compose myself something like that, and there is I don't have any name to call for making this for me in the future or right now. So otherwise, yes, I would prefer to actually ask for musicians, right, to compose something based on the timing that I would need. So instead, I'm sacrificing a little of extra time, perhaps, but getting inspiration from pre-made music. So this is kind of interesting because there are sounds of soundtrack that can just... The problem is that this soundtrack is special because it is free to use, provide it's credited, and this credit I'm doing it on the video description. Until she notices a couple of brushes with special... Okay, she stops by, and then it means she's here, about here. She's crushing the probably medium close, medium, don't know if it is, but close up. Tuka taking yeah, the fresh leaves, some, yeah, a few fresh leaves, crushing them and spreading over her body. Strong odor, I don't know how to call this in English, scent for scent. Yeah, scent is the ability to for vegetal, or that will be for camouflage, right? That is a special technique, so this will dissuade. So I won't explain here. Yeah, about. And she's doing this quite fast. So, but I can cut, right? Let's bring this a little before. Even a little more. So about here we can do again. So they confused, and then she continue. Creatures are confused. Creatures walk confused. Give up, continue. Proceed, yeah. Frustrated, yeah. Frustrated. Search, yeah, searching creatures while confused here, and yeah, they walk like here and there, they walk and look confused here and there, yeah, so they are like looking everywhere, and the smell, they don't sense anything more, so proceed, frustrate. And here they, and then we can say that by here, so it's very fast pace, right? And so now she continues, now she's camouflaged. Tuka retake retakes her path. Quickly. And in the opposite direction of the creatures, right? And let's see what. Now I need to listen to the soundtrack to get inspiration to see. She might cross many interesting places of the. And now maybe she starts to reach some interesting area, like the maybe a village of creatures, more of them, or maybe somewhere that is be closer, maybe a temple where the creatures reunite, something that would have. Oh, it is over. What? Yes, yes. So you see, the just description is very easier to get the inspiration for me, right? And then drawing takes a lot, even time, right? But it can be good, can be funny, and certainly it's better to communicate any of those ideas. Essentially, well, it's different way of communicating. Sand comes. I think I can continue here until I. in a rough way, let's say, right? Okay, so she continues. She crosses many stages of. Yeah, so here we can say that. Let's change here. Uh, she reaches uh, fade of places. That will be too annoying, right? So she reaches different. I'm not sure if she is back to the road, right? Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Back on the road. She reaches another area of the forest, which is I have to decide, right? So leave it open. Something that oh yeah, okay. uh Hold on, not the road yet. Yes, so she's like trying to be a bit discreet here and observe from the woods what is happening into the road to see, right? Just for safety, because more creatures could appear. It doesn't make too much sense to return to the road, but it will actually, yes, because maybe it's dangerous to get out also, and it could be easier to get lost, and we of course it's much slower to progress in a dense forest. Even on a not so dense forest, there are areas and woods that are very hard to cross, uh, and so I have to. So it's good actually to. Yeah, so this area I think opens up to maybe some valley, or not a valley but valley into the forest, something that could have a village. It will, if I get a village, that will be too big, right? So probably I need to, but I am inspired by the idea of the swamp. Yeah, so I think that will be interesting. Castles, dungeon, swamp, then a dungeon, forest swamp thing. I've seen many references that are very cool in this direction, since actually the Heroes of Might and Magic 3, no game from the old times in the 90s, still played a lot by Russians and Polish people for some random reason I don't understand. There is the Swamp Town, very beautiful graphics and soundtrack, also very mysterious place, super fantasy, magic fantasy inspiring for me. Yeah, I love to try to reproduce that in 3D, but it's just maybe I can do something at my level of rendering thanks to a different technique that combine the workbench render engine with the EV render engine. Yes, I think I can do something interesting now. I should be trying that. I really am attracted by some those colorful graphics. Anyways, let's continue here. Okay, back on the road. The search another. Yeah, so opens up into a swamp town, forest, swamp. Oh, hold on, this. Okay, let's do forest, swamp, town, valley, whatever. So I have some imaginary ideas. For instance, there is Simon the Sorcerer. There is a swamp area in after a forest that is very very cool. It's there's a hut in a tree in the swamp, and the also heroes of might and magic, right? Something also called tree, right? Yeah, this is the swamp town, or swamp castle. Fort Fortress is the name, maybe. So I'm not sure I'm gonna go into these references totally, but if so, it's not a. It would not be a total swamp thing. Maybe it will be halfway. So it might be something to still invent. Oh, there's also something. There is some elf town of a more recent version of with a big tree in the center. This remembers the swamp because there is water all around. So a big giant tree island in a lake. So super crazy idea. Very cool actually. And that exists in some animation that I don't remember which one. Some fairy animation Disney thing. I don't know. There's something like that too. So Heroes 5 maybe. Uh, Lake Tree Town. Yeah, I will know what is this. So I'll try to mix between this. Okay, it opens up to that area until but her goal is to Tuka's goal is to reach a dungeon that maybe she has to cross that or enter. Now it should be okay. So let's say here. So I've jumped everything because I'm sure all that, right, is a big question. So because I could simplify all that, right? So this is really something that yeah, so this is really like all this, right? Because it could take me forever if I want to go into that direction. So here would be like she's trying to get into her way secretively. There might be more people around, right? Those creatures. So it will be like Tuka has to sneak past the locals of village temple, maybe. Oh, the dungeon could be some sort of a temple thing, right? To reach in order to reach, so to reach the temple, dungeon temple. Yeah, dungeon temple, why not? That correlates a little better with the idea of a village. And so the temple would be maybe isolated in top of a hill, right in the swamp, in the forest, maybe somewhere like that. So she escalates also. Yeah, this sounds a good idea. She escalates, climbs, right? Dangerous to climb. So might have something dangerous in the climbing while she almost drops or falls, something like that, right? Okay, so this arc here, this solves the problem, right? So I don't waste time in like going into the village, something like that, so I can just show some glimpse of that. And then finally she finds the temple, attacks the guards and kills them or defeats. Yeah, finally. So the heroine is not that peaceful, right, after all. um, this might not be a totally brutal magic fantasy, so maybe it's not about the creatures don't kill, maybe they don't die exactly in this world, they go, they just get dispersed like in energetically, I don't know, right? Why need blood and all this village? This is art, fantasy, right? Why you have to imitate uh, like in such a uh, unimaginative way reality, right? They actually do a lot, right, in already this, but I what I like is the idea to do this kind of stuff in an original way. So like because it's very easy to just like make characters fight, then either they fight with dangerous weapons, but then they cut themselves, they never die, or they have superpowers but they never die. So there's all this friction on the things that are maybe too easy, then how much the as a humanoid assumedly realistic character can take of damage, or what are the categories of damage. So um, all this is, in my experience of watching, observing, it at some point it starts to get a bit boring because it's all the same tricks, right? I think it will be more interesting to make things either more dangerous or more original, in a way that even I cannot spell, but I'm sure it is possible, right? It's just lack of creativity from it needs to go deeper, right, in the what we are rooted in those battles, in those stuff. Occasionally there are good ideas, but they are rare, right? There's too much junk out there, cliches and reproductivity. So and so here maybe that's to be the case, right? Yeah, even that might sound like this is a sword and sorcery ugly world, like that with destruction, evil, the most cruelest evil. No, this is not something like that. This is something more this particular story, I'm not totally sure the way I want to go in that, but probably that will be nice because this character is associated with the other universe that I make, which already has this sort of more uh, adult perspective. Why I mean adult is exactly the opposite that one would think, right? You'd think that adult is blood and horror, gore. No, this is adult, yes, but this is garbage. It's just like um, cool for certain attributes, but if you want to explore other things, this is just pollution, right? Unless the horror or the appearance of all this uh, right brutality is has a philosophical goal in the story, artistic goal, something deeper, like spiritual, I don't know. So this will be that you can explore, the artist can explore this in a very peculiar way, right? So that right, hard to expect anything from. So so what I mean adult, it's like, okay, how can you get this violence or some whichever level of violence it is, but get the violence into something meaningful, and besides good effects and good fights, good battles, whatever, good action, right? How to get this like return the magic into the hands of the creator, right? So this is the thing, right? So okay, so let's see here. So this is why all this to say that maybe in this world, when if she kills a creature, or she doesn't kill the creature, she defeats a creature, and then that creature is maybe returns to somewhere, and why can't be, right? um, Because when you think, because of course we can think that, well, just killing is adult. Actually, this is poor adult, right? This is like just saying my universe is garbage, basically, and I'm trying to do my best with my characters, right? So I can kill everything I want in my world because it's all trash. It's all meant for that, right? No, you need to be more thoughtful about what, right? In my understanding, unless, of course, unless there is something meaningful. But whatever, well, whoever wants to do whatever, the artist is free to do whatever he or she wants. I'm just trying to explain some uh, thing that is more abstract, right? What we can do with the art, right? This is the power of the art, right? It's not just, right, because you can do differently, so why not? You can make impossible things. Alright, so here has to sneak past the local zone. Finally, right, she's a heroine, Tuka, but maybe she's not. She has to defeat, but she doesn't necessarily need to kill in order to defeat the creature. Maybe the weapon she has trained with is, though it's a sword, maybe it's not that destructive, or destructive the way. So that's, yeah, so things that I'm just thinking now in this process. Of course I had a base for that, but for this story I was considering. Okay, she finally Tuka reaches the top. Fine. Maybe she falls. Okay, this is all the climbing thing. She spots the... No. Okay, I see. So there is time for quick fight, but not exactly. It will be faster if she's not observed, right? But she reached the top. There might be some guard, maybe one guard or monk, I don't know. One, two guard, monk. Yeah, there's no time in the soundtrack here, so I think she'll sneak in, and that will be too easy, but might be at some tension, so yeah, why not? It's not my fault, there's no time here left. So the reaction that, right, to let's try last time. Immediately they see her and she has to fight them, and okay, and yeah, but something happens that maybe, but she accidentally makes noise. Maybe it's a sneeze, because maybe there are pollen, she can't control it, and the attack is discovered. She reached the top. There's two, yeah. Let's bring all this to control control C. About here she would sneeze or something like that. So yeah, so this is better because that will mean that, well, she's not that she's not prone to, she's prone to failure sometime or another, right? So as any good hero or heroine. Finally Tuka reached the top. There's one, but here I need to. Okay. What is this? Okay, this one. There's some strange. Okay, just some remaining things which is annoying, so snap this, right? temple is visible. Yeah, in front, yeah. Temple entrance focus, yeah. This needs to be just a little here. But she accidentally makes noise and makes noise. They attack. Yeah. They somewhere, yeah, lost the keyframe position. They attack immediately. The intruder. This is too fast fight. They'll be very as the attackers they should have some advantage, but it's Tuka. Maybe they are not that tough as they think they are, right? So yeah, so this is one of the okay, so let's see if there's an okay. Oh yeah, okay, so I found it. So now she's climbing and she sees now, and then but now a rock falls. Yeah. From her foot. And this is what will make yeah, actually sneeze probably not. They attack immediately. They attack during turn, so here the fights work is happening, and then she quickly gets rid of them. Yeah, knocked them unconscious by some special trick unexpected by them. Fight Tuka quickly knocks eat them down. Maybe it's just one guard with a rapid uh, smart uh, uh, approach. Yeah, dangerous approach, but she was ready for that. Yeah, which I'm not sure what would be right now. It's like she was faster than them, right? Maybe she spotted one of them vulnerabilities. It might be better if it's two guards, more things to animate, right? If it's, but it makes more sense for and if it's not, yeah, maybe it's not. If it's one guy, maybe that person instead of trying to attack will try to call alert. But so there's other, yeah, maybe some guy, someone that will be panicking and but no time to react. She knocks them, so that's also a possibility. Because and then so yeah, the theory, let's say uh, alternative would be one fellow uh, that would like maybe a follower, right? That of the term that would disparate and call for help and got caught. Yeah, so this is an alternative for all this that will be simpler, and she still noticed though, and the task will be, so now it's like, and then finally the last, so she's ready to, Tuka is ready to enter the dungeon temple. Yes, end. There it is. So yeah, all this yeah, the idea of the forest, all this I hadn't really any clear idea how that would be, right? I just had some very vague idea that I would like to do this in the forest to start with the adventure instead of directly in the dungeon, that I would have some ideas for that, but that is for later. So I'd start to really decide to start from this. So I'll have a lot of drawings to do, but it's sketchy, so this is actually fun exercise. So I think I'll maintain this activity like and yeah, weekly, right? I find this is interesting storytelling, and it's a good exercise for me to train. I suggest if anyone is interested, web comics, anything like or for animation, storyboarding, animatic, all this is can be very uh, very good for this right, telling stories, getting creative and getting ideas. It's really like the getting the vibe, right? And with soundtrack, that's why I love animatics. we can get sound effects. Yeah, I don't have the sound effects this time. Sound effects is a bit more tricky because you need to in it their own way. There are too many, right? If you can't record, it takes time, so you need to have them available. But I'm satisfied with the quality of the drawings. It's not nothing here was too. Yeah, I was quite. I'm surprised I was able to do this like so. Not a lot of drawings, of course, but the script is complete by there. All the ideas were sort of fixed for the most part, and now it's just drawing this and continue. It will be easier now that I don't have to have this all this thing, but it will be less funny maybe, but we'll have fun by the visualization. So this is the hard work part now. It's the other is also hard work. Imagining sometimes if you are not ready to get good stuff is terrible, right? But so this is why it synergize well with drawing, right? And okay, folks, so let's play here, but it's just of the more the soundtrack. Don't expect this to be very readable. Yes, so that's it. The end I was just a bit confused because there are still some ideas to work with, but that's it, folks. Um, yeah, it took a while, but at least this was complete till the end, right? Complete, no, it was reached the end. There are the arc here, and so this is very, very good, very good. So I'll keep doing this at least yeah, this stream daily weekly. So next one in the weekends also actually, and next week I will start, if anyone's interested, so just mentioning here, I have a complete again a rebrand of the of what I will be streaming during the weekdays. So I've got something about more interaction with the folks online on the lives, right, in the live stream, like as it will be like this ask your rigging in Blender questions or something like that, open lab, right, open class, something like that. Whatever, I will try to respond any question about rigging and in Blender or another stuff, maybe 3D animation, maybe Blender UI, whatever. I want to make it like this, more interactive. So I'll go some walkthroughs in whatever question, whatever I can answer, right? So that will be my new approach. I want to see if that will happen to gather more people. I think that will be an interesting experience. Just had this idea today, so I'll be starting refreshed in the next week. But in the what is certain is that because it's experimental, we'll see what happens, and I will still be doing the production stuff, but they will be on the weekends or specific days. Yeah, so I'm gonna find it out. Thanks for watching, folks. Take care and happy blending. Have a nice week to start. See ya, folks. Enjoy.